Let me get this straight. You boarded a Protectorate ship called the Herald to travel back to your country of birth, and then somehow a man such as you manages to become steward on his very first voyage? More tea, Devan?
I suppose so.
Stop sulking! I already told you that you cannot leave. You did not finish your story, and I know that you know more, so speak up.
What is it that you want to know?
I want to know everything that happened on board of the Herald, especially how a man such as you rose to the position of steward so quickly.
I was the only one available at that time. I guess I just got lucky. It has happened before. For example, our second officer, Aaron Ludlow, was also born in the colonies.
But you must have done something to deserve that title. Tell me the story and leave nothing out.
Well, a few days after I boarded the Herald, I heard from the bosun that a gun was stolen from the weapons cache. He wanted me to spy on my superiors. The barrels were filled with rum. I wouldn't be surprised if these were placed there on special request. It was a peculiar place for a sink. I suspect it didn't fit in the officers' cabins. God forbid that officers have to use the same one as the rest of us.
I'm not feeling well today. Please, let me sleep.
The door to Brunswick's cabin was locked. I needed to find the key. It was a peculiar place for a sink. The pitcher contained a spare key to Officer Brunswick's cabin. A beautiful brass sextant was sitting on Brunswick's writing slope. I recalled a teacher telling me how this complex device works. I had no idea. I wondered if Brunswick's moral compass was as trustworthy as the one on his desk. I got the sudden urge to write something obscene in one of Brunswick's books, but realized that this was an incredibly stupid idea. It seemed that the captain had a discussion with Officer Brunswick about gun policy. The letter also talked about a draft coming from the bookcase in Brunswick's room. On the writing slope lay a detailed map of the African coast, the sea full of lines, markings and notes I didn't understand. Looking through the Merchant Navy's handbook, I discovered that officers are usually allowed to carry guns, but other members of the crew aren't. There were books about navigation, geography, mathematics, and poetry. None of them looked very interesting to me. A small collection of astronomy books betrayed Brunswick's fascination with the celestial bodies. Maybe this was the secret to his success as a navigator. A painting of the night sky was hanging on the wall. The use of colours was striking. One of the paintings on Brunswick's wall was a depiction of the Battle of Skev 7, the final battle of the Anglo-Dutch War. One of the paintings depicted 3 white boys playing with a ball on a sunlit square. On the top shelf stood a portrait of a stern-looking man. I later learned it was Brunswick's mother. A loose board was cleverly hidden behind a couple of books. Behind the loose wallboard was a cleverly hidden compartment containing a single booklet. It seemed to be Brunswick's journal. While going through Brunswick's journal, I stumbled upon a passage about a hole in the wall that was covered with a painting. A painting of the night sky was hanging on the wall. The painting seemed to have been moved recently. Behind it was a small gap between the planks.
What's that? Is there someone spying on me?
You stole the gun.
Devan? What are you doing in there? Are you snooping around? I didn't expect you to be that kind of person.
Look, Ludlow, we really need to talk. Can I come in?
Well, all right. Just be quiet and I'll unlock the door for you. Before you start, please listen to me, Devan. I know it's against the captain's rules and all, but some rules are there to be broken.
Are you willing to explain to me what's wrong? You seem troubled.
I'm fine, don't worry. I wasn't secretly plotting to go on a killing spree tonight, but you never know. I might change my mind.
May I ask why you locked yourself in your cabin with a gun? I hope you weren't trying to...
I'm not suicidal! It's just not fair, Devan. I know the Merchant Navy handbook from cover to cover. It says clearly that every officer is allowed to bear arms. every officer, Devan. I'm an officer, so why don't I get to exercise my rights aboard the Herald?
Why is the right to carry a gun so important to you?
Forget the damn gun, Devan. It's not about that. I just want the captain to know that if Brunswick gives up his rights, it doesn't automatically mean that I'll give up mine as well. For some reason, I'm always expected to do as the white man does. We talked about this before, Devan. However hard we work, people like us do need some luck to get where I am now, and I'm still never trusted to make my own decisions. Sometimes, I feel like I'm an officer in nothing but name.
Do you really expect to achieve recognition by breaking the captain's rules? If you want his respect, you'll have to earn it, Ludlow. Actually, let's go to him now and talk about it.
That's not necessary.